said that they, she said she couldn't talk to you.
Rich, Schenectady, New York, Independent Line, good morning.
Thanks, Pee-wee. I knew she was upstairs in that room. That black girl in that room. Go nowhere.
First of all, let's make clear. I'm neither a...
We're going to leave this, but you can find Washington Journal online at cspan.org as we take you live to a discussion on government policy and political polarization. The Says No series expecting to hear this evening from Virginia Democratic Senator Mark Warner, but he's been detained on the floor for votes on the government funding bills currently underway. GW University's Frank Sesno hosting Republican pollster and reporter with the Washington Post. And the introductions just now underway here on C-SPAN.
Put away.
And we are still seeing his dream become a reality at GW.
Kathy?
When our students
Murray
take
got
on the
a check from
responsibility
Social
of
Security
leadership and choose dialogue over division, they are living proof of the power of George Washington's vision and the opportunities this university continues to provide to strengthen our democracy. I am so grateful to those students who stepped forward with courage and leadership. You showed us the way, and I know that you will continue to do so. I also want to thank GW alumnus and trustee Ted Siegel and his wife Meredith Siegel, whose vision and generosity made this series possible. They endowed the Says No series because they wanted to invest in tough but vital conversations. Conversations that explore our democracy, deepen our understanding, model civil discourse, tackle hard questions, and encourage thoughtful, respectful debate. I'm so grateful to both of them for their support, which strengthens GW's abiding commitment to debate and democracy and our ability to live out the ideals that George Washington envisioned. The Siegels are with us this evening, and so it is a special privilege to thank them in person. Would you please help me thank them with a round of applause?
That's amazing.
Now, to introduce our guests, please help me welcome someone whose career as a journalist, educator, storyteller, and convener is built on respect for difference, debate, and democracy. Someone who seeks out this sort of discussion because he believes that it can open eyes even as it opens minds. Please join me in welcoming Frank Sesno.
Thanks, Silver. You gave me a job back.
Thank you very much, President Granberg, and welcome to everyone here this evening, and welcome to our audience joining us via live stream and C-SPAN. We're delighted to host this incredibly timely conversation. I also want to thank Ted Siegel as well, Ted and Meredith, for making this possible. Our amazing tech team in the room that makes the lights and the cameras and the microphones and everything else work. Sarah Morissette, Jennifer Avellino, and Thea Lawson, a student who is working with this project and has made so much possible. We'll hear her name later in the program as well. This series, as President Granberg said, focuses on democracy and discourse.
Toya and them called and told me
two things that are
everything.
very much in the news and very much up for debate in these highly polarized and disturbing times. We've hosted both sides of the aisle here. Our first guest was Cory Booker. A great student focus group leading into a really dramatic conversation. Our next guest was Spencer Cox, Governor of Utah, who's very much been in the news since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. He was here talking about his proposal, his plan, his hopes.
Me and told me we were in me. She said she couldn't tell you what she was. She said it.
Tonight we'll hear from the Democratic Senator Mark Warner, who happens to be an alumnus.
I called from him and he said someone had your card. They had took it back and then something.
Who goes behind the scenes covering the United States Congress just about every day for their insight, their context.
Thanks, Karen. Mary said she found out, and Jean said they found out where you were.
And because there's some stuff going on Capitol Hill right now, like maybe the government will stay open, but probably not.
And Tammy said she ain't out with Jean
later because he is voting now. And we will get from the horse's mouth.
Now, Meacham ain't going in no more, Kathy, bothering people.
In his place,
That
we'll be
people come
joined
in
on
and
stage
say something.
until he gets here
Yeah.
with our other guest by Peter Lowe. She's the director of the School of Media and Public Affairs. A couple of comments. From this conversation, we're looking for some understanding, some context, maybe even some kind of roadmap.
Rachel ain't
for how we can
crying.
figure out
Rachel
where we
has
are,
all them
where
people
we're
in her
going,
family.
and
She
how we
went
get
and told you you ain't crazy.
I've been in this town, it's a little horrifying for me to say this, but it's true, for 4 decades. I have covered presidents and politics, triumph and tragedy. I have never seen anything like what we are experiencing now. Not in terms of its breadth, its speed, its reach, its impact, its divisiveness, and tragically, the violence that we've experienced. As President Granberg said, across
Menzel said she already knew who you and Tiffany Leslie were.
These now define our politics and this national conversation that we're trying to have. Shut down to crack down, from Kirk to Kimmel, from National Guard to ICE, from America's cities to American allies. I mean, it really is, it just leaves our heads reeling. On a policy level, the Trump presidency has brought dramatic and disruptive change. Conservatives say it's long overdue. Critics say it threatens the democracy that we all treasure. All of us should agree that the violence and the divisiveness that we are experiencing represent a national crisis. And what do we do about that? What do we make of it? Where's the Congress? Where's the public opinion? Is there any common ground that we can find? Now, part of what's going to make tonight's conversation unusual and different is it's shaped in large part by the voices and observations of our students. Young people who are studying, experiencing, and already shaping the world that they will inhabit and that they will lead. Thea Lawson, as I mentioned before, engaged students from across the political spectrum, asking them questions and putting together videos that we will weave in,
you
as I
not
say,
no
will
kidding
help
that
thread
ball
this
here again.
conversation.
Let
It's not
nobody make
scientific sampling, let me say that. But it is a thoughtful, caring, concerned, and sometimes passionate group of students who articulate their thoughts and observations.
Kathy, you ain't no kidding her. They made her come out of that damn
any
basement.
conversation. So, before I invite out the panel, take a quick
Thanks,
look
Miss Jean.
at
We
some
knew
of
you
these
wasn't with
students
that black girl.
and
Just
their
talk to
thoughts
Lee.
about the state of our union.
It's something neat. They told her don't come back. And was ready to shop and say.
I hate the path that our country's on right now. I think a
Yeah,
lot
I
of
know
people,
that.
regardless of
People
where you
call
stand
me and say you can
I'm
go
definitely
home.
worried
You're
that
going
people
home.
are just becoming not even just more polarized, but
You
are
don't
just
care
getting so
no more.
hard
Kathy, you ain't no kidding
and it's
me.
easier to
Go
find
no
community
more.
if you have, you know,
Kathy,
extreme views.
go to her and say that black girl ain't your family. People come down there begging for that girl's money and she's trying to make like you ain't no kidding that ball in there. Jean said they beat that lady up. Like, she's going in.
Can I lose my job for saying something? Can I, face repercussions for actually stating how I believe? It's really scary. Even in having this conversation right now, you don't know how what you say will eventually be weaponized against you.
Sure,
I think if violence is going to happen, a lot of people
that
will
they
turn
told
away
her
from the
you
political
can
world,
go.
so I think it has to be called out and stopped.
I think we need to work on
I see this
trying our
girl
best
every
to
day.
bring
They
the
wanted
temperature
to
down,
put her away for the
open
rest of
our
her
minds
life.
to
And
all
everybody
perspectives,
went
new
and
and
told
old,
lie.
and try our best to come
Kathy,
together and work
don't
together
listen to Mel.
in a civil
Couldn't
manner
get put
for
him.
practical solutions.
He got that card, took him.
Turn the temperature down.
Talk to me,
Practical
man.
solutions. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the panel. Can I ask you all to come out?
Jesus, got me crazy. Thanks, little guys. Call your brother to me. Let him see what he
Welcome, welcome. Have a seat.